I know that Stephen is very tired, and I think he's having more difficulty now than he was even 20 minutes ago. So I want to wind this up.
Yes, sir.
But I want to end with what I asked Stephen is, what is it that you want to be able to say to the public at large, to families of someone with a brain injury, to other educators, as to what they need to do better, what we can do better, what's important to keep in mind when you're dealing with someone who survived a brain injury?
One of the things, a few weeks ago, or probably a couple of months ago now, Stephen called me and said, "Mr. Ray, I want you to help me get something done." He said, "I'm going to give this talk." And he brought me a tape, a copy of his DVD where he spoke to his class. And it was about traumatic brain injury. And some of the things that he said, it was the impact to the other students. He was trying to explain to them, you know, maybe you think I'm nobody, maybe you think I'm this and this, but I'm a TBI survivor. So what he was asking me was, can we not get a condition code put on driver's license? So if we get pulled over, that maybe a law enforcement person won't automatically assume that I'm drinking because I slur my words. Or if I can't get out of my car right when they say the way they say, because that I'm not trying to not comply, but I can't do that. And so when I went back to the same attorney and spoke with her, and she said, well, when this organization, I'm assuming that you have, because I didn't know anything about this organization. Stephen told me he was attending. She said, well, he's got a better chance. You know, they're going to be a better format for him to get something like this done than just somebody like me. And so, you know, and Stephen is right. If you can just take the time to sit down and listen, because I didn't understand. I still don't understand. But Stephen is a very intelligent person. He really is. He's not a stupid person. He's got a great sense of humor, but you have to be patient with him, and you have to listen to him, and you have to give him a little leeway in his conversation. But the point is, he can do. His goal was to be, after he graduated, was to be in mortuary science. Now he's talking about actually going into teaching to work with students that have, you know, people with TBI. He's very sensitive. He wants, you know, he's got something to contribute. He's just got to be able to get to that point where he can. And I think that I don't really know anybody else with TBI, but I think Stephen is an example of probably a lot of them. He represents a lot of these people, that they can be productive. They just need that. They need that little extra chance.
How has knowing Stephen changed you?
Actually, I've taken a lot of grief over Stephen. A lot of people thought I was giving him too much time. I was putting too much money on him. You know, he's enlightened me to a lot of things. I've never felt myself to be a totally cold person, but I guess I had protected myself, because in my business you do. I mean, you know, but I think that Stephen, he's let me know that sometimes when I would look at somebody possibly and maybe judge them, that I was wrong without getting to know them. And I think that I can thank Stephen for that maybe now I'm a little bit more patient, especially with some of my students, that I need to stop and listen first before I make a judgment. And I guess that Stephen and I both are just lucky that I was put in his path and he was put in mine, and that we could work with each other.
Well, from all members of the brain injury community, I thank you for what you did for Stephen.
Welcome.